What's up, YouTube? So we're 3 weeks in with Preacher, and the acting just continues to be absolutely amazing. You've got Ruth Negga, you've got Dominic Cooper, and also Joe Gilgun, who are absolutely crushing it as their respective characters. With Joe Gilgun playing Cassidy, he is just constantly the best character in the show, in my opinion, and one of the most enjoyable people to watch on TV. In my opinion, the show is at its best so far. I know we're only 3 weeks in, but when Preacher and Cassidy are together, kind of just larking about, and he's slowly working out his powers, which don't really seem to be at the forefront of the show, really, which I find weird. I mean, we're 3 weeks in, and he's only really just trying to test them. I mean, that's the kind of first thing that the characters in these types of shows, when they get similar powers, they test them straight away and we get kind of some kind of weird montage. But I think this is something they need to work on. I mean, they need to tone down the monologues, I think, personally, and just focus on maybe the mythology of the show. I understand they want to unwrap it slowly, but there's unwrapping it slowly and then there's taking it just to the extremes and having the same episode each week. Now, if I wasn't really into this show that much, then I would probably just think that this was a rerun of the previous episode. I mean, we had Ruth Negga's character, Tulip, pretty much harassing the Preacher this time. This time, though, we do get some semblance of backstory on his kind of, well, illicit past and seemingly shooting a security guard. And also, this week, we also get some backstory on the two guys who are mysteriously walking around, and they are from heaven and they want the voice of God back, and they aren't really afraid to go to all lengths to get it, and they keep dying but they keep coming back, which is, well, a bit of a shitter. So I'm surprised that they didn't use the voice of God on them yet. They probably will do that next week. But speaking of monologues, you've got Sheriff's one, which is just absolutely pointless, and it does derail the whole show completely. Now, these two twins are fantastic, and this guy here, I really recognise him, but I had a look on the Amazon Prime X-Ray, and he's not in any films I've actually seen, but he's probably made a bit part on British TV at some point, and same with the other guy as well. Now, the incredibly brutal right-hand man without a right hand, which I found very funny. We have a plotline follow-up from the first episode where the kid thought his parents were beating each other up, and he went to the Preacher, and the right-hand man is there to go and scare the shit out of him, which I think is a bit harsh, because can't the dad do it himself? But I guess he's too busy being weird and listening to abattoir sounds. And like I said before, I think this show is kind of losing itself in its own excess and falling into the trap of really over, kind of really artifying each part of the show. And yeah, that's when shows kind of fall up with their own arse, basically. We get a very good monologue here from Tulip, but it doesn't really serve any purpose because we know it's complete bullshit from her to try and get out of a parking ticket and drive on to help her man do the right thing and get on the right path, which really is the complete wrong path, in my opinion, and, well, I guess everyone else would think that too. Jesse doesn't really want to go on to a life of crime again, and he's made some sort of semblance of a promise to stick to what he's doing now, and, well, he's not doing a very good job at it, but now he's got his special powers, maybe he will do a better job. Now, hopefully we've seen the end of this story arc of them, or, well, Tulip, to try and get revenge, and we can move on to the actual story of the show and the mythology behind what's just going on. But I don't think that'll happen. We'll probably get more monologues next week. But I'm sticking with the show. It had a pretty decent showing so far, and the story doesn't seem to be going much of anywhere anytime soon. But I hope it does. So drop a like and a subscribe if you have enjoyed Preacher so far, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.